Hello everyone and welcome back to our Witness channel. So today it's only 5 days to go until all of the free email services on Gandhi expire, and then from the 1st of December on we all have to pay. And I have received numerous emails over the last few weeks and especially hours, which remind me of the upcoming event, and to make sure that all of my emails are saved, or that I switch to the paid service. So we did a lot of work over the last weeks, and just to show, no, not to show, it was busy and we managed to get a lot done over the last few weeks. So what you need to do, what I can't show you because I'm not prepared to show all my personal emails here, is you need to install Thunderbird on your PC or laptop or wherever terminal, and then you have to download all your emails from the Gandhi server for the email addresses where you value the emails, where you want to keep them. Our emails go back to 1999, I think. Yeah, 1999. Uh, and yeah, I can still look up all the contracts and everything which is ever mentioned in any email, which comes in handy from time to time, because I tend to be a bit chaotic with how I handle stuff. So yeah, so if you're like me in this, in this, how can how do you say it? If you're like me in that section of your brain, then yeah, probably it's a good idea to download all your emails, and then transfer. Basically what you do is you transfer them from the Gandhi server onto your own computer, onto your own PC or laptop. Then the next step is you have to figure out what we did. So we have our Skiff account, which we used in the meantime to test it. I said that we didn't receive much more advertisements, or not many more advertisements than we used to previously. Of course, we have a few emails. We have emails which we use for email addresses, which we use for uh, official purposes, where we tend not to have that many advertisements and not that much scam emails. And then of course we have those burner email addresses which we use for online applications and everything, and they tend to have a lot more scam and a lot more advertisements. So that is probably not what you want. That is, yeah, basically it's an opportunity to clean things up, which we also did. So Thunderbird for downloading all your previous stuff, and then Skiff to set up a new email address if you want to do it on a remote computer, or on one where you don't have control over your emails, and you just trust the provider more than you trust Google or Microsoft, or don't know who else is big in business of supplying email addresses. So yeah, we are pretty happy with GIF so far. It all worked, and I can't complain about anything. You have a lot of options, so just look it up. It's gif.com, and they provide you with the option of hosting your email address. Yeah, Justin, that would be especially for you. I don't know if that would help you escape those fees you would incur if you for your email address for your shop. So the next step was that all this Gandhi conundrum made us overhaul our complete structure, because we obviously have quite a few email accounts and quite a few things we do on the internet. So we ended up basically reinstalling and reassigning every machine and everything, just to have a better structured net, because we don't want to put all our eggs in one basket. And that means we have a few machines now which are dedicated for different tasks, and so that we can host our email services and our web services on different machines, and that if one part of the net is compromised, not the whole thing breaks down. So we have set up a domain server for all our user accounts and everything, and a file server, and then we have one which isn't here, a dedicated VPS which is hosted, and two now which are hosted and which are off premises, and one of them is hosting our email server at the moment, because we are still in the process of setting it up. So if you want to take your email into your own hands and not pay Gandhi for your own for the privilege of hosting your emails, then you have a few options. I will just highlight two of them, which in my opinion are the main ones you can go for. There are a million more outside, but after studying intensely, I would say there are only two options which are worth considering, and one is a very good tutorial here, which is from a guy. Oh dear, yeah, see, that's that is when sorry, I forgot his name. So what was it? Is it what was it? Roger? Is it Roger? Roger? Or who is it? Fuck, I forgot his name. Yeah, okay. His name doesn't count, but he did. He keeps a blog, and that's a workaround. And there he has a very good tutorial about how to set up a mail server on your own machine, and what you need to do to set it up. It's about 2 hours read if you want to go through with it all, but it is worth it, because first of all you get a feeling of how you what is involved in setting up You might see by the index that there is a lot involved in setting up a mail server, and what it takes to make it work securely. And I mean, if you do it the hard way, like he has shown in his tutorial, it means that you can maintain every aspect of the email process yourself. You have no other party involved apart from the people who program the software that you need to run your email server. So every other part of the process is in your own hands, and that means you have complete control over the whole chain of the email supply and delivering process. No other person is involved, and that means you can be sure that what comes and goes from your email is only seen by your eyes or whoever has access to your computer, which is probably the NSA and whoever. But that is what it is. But there's no other person involved in the process. And the other one is if you want to have it more easily or more easy, is the approach with mail in a box. Mail in a box is basically a container that you install on your hard disk or on your hard drive, and that runs all that is wonderfully written up in this guide here, in this install guide, is basically here delivered in a parcel. So you don't need to do anything apart from installing, opening up the parcel and putting it on the machine. Those are the two options you have, and yeah, again, Justin, for your questions, I don't know if it's really worth doing it, but on the other hand, what we are experiencing now is only the start of a thing. So you told me about the provider where you run your girlfriend's shop, and they are charging for maintaining and hosting email addresses. Gandhi is setting up a paid process now, and I have seen quite a few in the meantime who are doing the same. And what we can see is that more and more companies charge for advertisement free services. So if you bought your Microsoft license, and then you can still see that there's a lot of advertisements that comes with the license you bought. So you paid for something, and you still, it is infected with a lot of spam. And then on top of it, they offer you that you can run your Outlook or whatever on spam free, where if you pay them extra. So it is a process which is irreversible in my opinion. So the only option you have is running your own mail server or running your own whatever and make it your own, and then it isn't compromised. And it's not free either, so you have to pay for it, but it's a lot less to pay. So I can show you what we have. So what we did is we bought the cheapest VPN, the VPS on the planet at the moment. So it is Ionos, and we paid a whopping. Oh, let's see. Yep, that's our invoice. That is what we pay. We pay a basic fee of £1 a month and 20% tax on top, so that's £1.20 a month. What do we get for £1.20? We get a machine which has 1 core, 1 gigabyte of RAM, and 10 gigabyte of hard disk capacity. And it is sitting in the United Kingdom, so but you can choose. There are quite a few places where you can put your machine, and it is you can opt into different operating systems, and one of them is Ubuntu, and you have access to a management console here, but of course, so that is where you can change your password and everything which you need, and update the files, the distribution. And once you've done that, then you're basically free to go and install your box. Mail in a box it is called. Oh dear, yeah, did I not open the web page for mail in a box? Oh no, I did, but just in another browser. So mail in a box is, as I said, the parcel. So you get the whole thing in a box, and you have to install it onto your server. So what you do is you open your management console window, or you have a program like that one here, and then you just log into your Ionos server, and then you need to log in with root. Okay, it's a bit dark here. Root, and then your password, whatever that is, and then you're in. And then you can just copy and paste this into your putty window, and then you install your web server, your mail server. So that is basically what it needs, and that's all that is incurred in costs. And this gives you the opportunity to run, of course, more than one email addresses. So you can, if you have multiple domains on Gandhi, then you need to set your DNS records, which means you have to set up glue records, which show on the IP address of your VPS, of your virtual server, which I just showed you. So there's nothing which we need to hide. So that is basically the IP address of our virtual server, and you set that into your glue records, and that's how the glue records look like. So that is basically what you want the IP address to change into. the name of your domain, and then you have to change your name servers to external, and that's it. And after quite a while, I think we are up more than 24 hours now, and it's still not all done. I mean, most of it is done. Yep, most of it's done. But we still have two problems, and we don't. I started the certificate process a little bit early because I wanted to show as much as I can, but you should actually wait for at least 24 hours, because if it isn't running smoothly, then not all of your instances are certified. So as you can see, we still have two problems left, and that means not all of our instances we run are certified, even though they have passed all the tests. But that doesn't mean that they are actually propagated all over the internet. So propagating your DNS can take up to 72 hours to actually be accomplished. So be patient and wait. When you've set it all up, then wait, and then you can install the SSL certificates, because you only have a limited number of tries if you use the free services of what are they called? Oh god, they are Let's Encrypt. Yeah, Let's Encrypt gives you only a limited number of tries, and if you try it, let's say 3 times, then you are banned for 4 or 6 days or weeks, or I can't remember. So you have to be careful not to try it too often, because then you don't have the possibility of certifying your webmail with free certificates. Then you have to either pay or run it uncertified. So what you get when you have it all done is you get the free email, your own email server, and then you can send and receive emails. So we haven't set up anything else because we are not completely done, and we still have 5 days to go. So there's a lot more time. We have the whole of the next week to finish everything up. But in principle, everything works, and what you can do is you set your DNS records for every your name server. You set for every address. So if you have, I can't show you because I will not show you all of our domains we own, but what I can say is you can run your mail in a box for different domains, for multiple domains, and for X number of email addresses. The only problem you're running into if you do it for the £1 a month option. Okay, yes, one thing, of course, the human race is unfortunately prone to be greedy. So of course, this offer now is a £1 a month offer, and you sign up for 12 months. We don't know what happens, and we don't know how things change for Ionos. That's why don't pay per credit card, pay per PayPal. PayPal offers you the option that all of your recurring payments can be terminated on the PayPal page itself. So if you go on your PayPal account and you look up vendors, then you can see all your recurring payments. And then if something changes, they can't just charge you. Otherwise, if you use your credit card, they get a free ride for up to £350 in payments. So you can, and the only option then you have is to cancel it with your bank, which is, as you all, if you ever tried to do that, you know how much of a pain in the backside that is. So pay via PayPal and reject the card payment option, and then get your £1 a month machine. And what I wanted to say, yeah, I'm a bit all over the place today, I know. So what you see here is you have 1 gigabyte of RAM and 10 gigabyte of hard disk capacity. And if we look in our box, then we can see that this is only one email account installed on this particular server at the moment, and only one email in it. So we have still 5 gigabyte of space left. So that means basically the installation of the operating system and all the software we needed to run the server took 5.5 gigabyte. And the system memory is 26% free. That is okayish because everything is running on the machine, so there is not much coming up for the next time for the on task, which could be more, which could take it higher. So basically 26% is fine for your email server. You can also upload a few web pages if you want to. So you can put a few web pages on here. But if you need more, then you can take the next best option at Ionos, which is £2 a month, but that's only the initial offer. You have to watch what you're doing. Then if you need more space and more CPUs and more RAMs, then it's probably best to have a look around if Ionos still is the cheapest option. But if you want £1 option, then Ionos is the place to go. So that is what you get, and that is what you have in the end. So it is not much, but it is enough to run an email server which is in your own hand and which is not costing as much as it is on Gandi, and you can run multiple domains because all you need to do is point every domain at your email server and then just install the additional accounts on the server. So that is what we did over the last few weeks and month. Yeah, we started the whole thing in July when we had the first, I think it was July, when we had the first email that they are stopping their services, and now we will be now we are in the position to actually run the email server without paying Gandhi. I mean, it is always the question: is it worth it? Yeah, for me, it's worth it because I think it is a principal question. When you try to f your customers up, then you need to be punished. So, and once you've installed the mail in a box or the your own email server according to the script here from what was his name? It's really I mean I'm too old for this. So what is he called? He is called Bryce. No, Christoph. Okay, Christoph, and Christoph. Yeah, God, it's yeah. You will find out. So if you go down that route, then you have basically the same as mail in a box, but you have it done all yourself, and you are not relying on the people from mail in a box to update all your packages according to 100% of trust. Because what you get is basically you can't see what's in the parcel. Or you can see what's in the parcel, but actually you can't because you will not unwrap everything. So yeah, either you will be able to run your own email server and it will be cheaper as it is with Gandhi, and it will not make you vulnerable to sudden price hikes, or just maybe they just terminate a service, or it's always a problem. Here what you pay for is the main maintenance of the server, and that's it. So if they decide not to maintain the server or not to offer their services anymore, then you can just move on to the next supplier, and that will be it. And you don't need to. Something I forgot. If you buy the Ionos product, don't buy the domain. Of course, you own the domain. You already own the domain. All you want to do is buy the server and reject the domain name, because you want to transfer your own domain. You want to run the Gandhi domain on the server. So what you want to do is connect your Gandhi domain to the server on Ionos. And then when your Gandhi domain expires, then you can always decide what you want to do. If you want to renew your domain with Gandhi, then that's fine. You can just buy a new server on Ionos and then connect the domain to the Ionos server again, or whatever. So there are a lot of options, and with Thunderbird you can always transfer your God, where is my Thunderbird? Somewhere here. You can always transfer your domains here. It's Thunderbird. You can always transfer your emails to your own uh, computer, your own laptop, your own PC, and uh, then you just move on to the next supplier or wherever. And that's all you need to do. It's a bit, yeah, it's a bit more than paying Google or not paying Google or Microsoft for your free email address. But on the other hand, it is worth doing it because uh, because you are the one who has control over the whole process, and nobody else is looking into your emails apart from your spouse, your children, and whoever looks over your shoulder when you open your emails in your workplace. So that's it for today, I would say. That was a bit of a shorter one, and it is a bit of all over the place. But that is the problem when you have uh, when you have so much going on in a very short time. So we have made it. We have found a replacement for the Gandhi services, which is A, cheaper, and B, more secure than the one which is offered from Gandhi, and it is not Google and it is not Microsoft. And I have a in the whole process meant that we were transferring our when we were transferring our email our web services. We also transferred our web page. Unfortunately, that means that our web server also had to be converted, and that means our web page is not working anymore as it should be, because I updated a few stuff with LibreOffice, and that was something I shouldn't have done. But on Witness.net you still find a few things about what is it? Where is it? So it's on Witness XYZ now, and apart from, I think that is it. Yep, here on what is it about? There you should find a section. Yep, a section of about, I wrote it 10 years ago, so and it's all about what it means to run your email servers or your email services under your own control. And it's a bit of why it's a good thing to do it and not to rely on third parties to do it. But there's a lot of internet history of running your bit server, your email server in your on your own. And here on the On the Mail in a Box website, there's also uh, why yeah, there's a section why you should do, yeah, why build this. Here there's a bit of a rationalization why you should do it and what the advantages of running your own web mail server are. And yeah, so that is it. I promise that's enough for today. I'm sorry that I didn't keep my promise. So that's it for today. I hope it wasn't too what can I say, too exhausting. And yeah, thank you very much. And yeah, Justin, I hope you know how it works now. And if not, then just give me a ring and then we can talk again. Okay? Thank you very much. Bye.